Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I'm so happy to be here with you with Pink and Main for night two of our sneak peek week, which is really night three because Donna had an amazing live last night where she shared this die set that I'll show you now because it technically isn't a sneak peek because in theory you could have seen it already. But this is the Deer and Elf Peeker. How cute are they? So they are layering dies, and they're just so stinking cute. So she was creating with these. I believe they fit in the back of the pickup truck, so you can use them that way, or on their own in a card with a gift card, the new pocket. Lots of options there. So we're not going to be playing with these tonight because Donnie used them yesterday, but we will probably use them next week. And then I have some things here that we're going to be creating with, as well as some bonus things right over here to the side that you haven't seen yet. And we're going to go through all of them tonight. So let me go through and say hi to everybody really quickly. I saw Frida was checking in with us. Happy Friday Eve. Love that. I see Miss Susan is here checking in. Anna's here with us. Miss Mary Ann is here. Kelly and Jennifer were checking in. Let's see. Lisa checked in, but she's going to come back and watch the replay later. So when you see this later, hey, Lisa. I see Miss Connie is here and Michelle's checking in. She said Friday Eve too. Um, let's see. Dee Sadler is checking in from Arizona. It's hot there. It's hot here too. Probably not as hot as there, but Delaware has been very warm this week. I see Karen checking in over on Facebook with Miss Judy. I see Melissa's here checking in with us. She's got us on the big screen. That's exciting. Brennan's here. Mom's here. And Miss Darcel is here. Irene's here. She said, I'm here and here. Yeah, welcome. Welcome for night two of sneak peeks. The when we talked on Tuesday, I showed you guys all of the new stamp sets except for one, which I was saving because we're going to use it tonight. So I want to show you the Christmas Elves stamp set. Look how stinking cute they are. So this is a stamp set we're going to be using for our card tonight. We're going to be coloring in a couple of these elves. I love how fun and whimsical the font is on this too. Very cute. Um, sorry, let me get a drink. All right. Let's see. I saw Patty checked in too. She's here. Patricia's checking in from North Carolina. Natasha's here. Jeanette's here. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Jody's checking in from Iowa, right? Aren't they so cute? I love them a lot. I love the very rounded Christmas tree. They're just adorable. They have coordinating dies, so we will be using those as well. But for the background of our card, I wanted to play with our new foil. There's only one foil this month, which we already played with at the start of the month. It's this dimensional red. And I tried to explain it almost looks like it shifts and has movement to it, like those pictures that you see like this time of year where it's like at Michael's, where it's like when you're standing looking at it one way, it's a normal face, and then as you like tilt your head, it turns into like a scary face. It has that kind of like slippery movement to it. I don't know how else to describe it. If anybody got it in their subscription kit and you have a better way of describing it, please put it in the comments for me. But yeah, it was, we're going to play with this because it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. Let's see, I see E was checking in and joined us. I see Diane checking in from Texas. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that is Oh, sorry, I got distracted. So we're going to be playing with the new foil, but we're going to be pairing it up to make a background with one of the new foilables from the Simple Holidays foilable sheets. So these have the little positive and reverse with the ho ho ho, these little branches, these lights that I love, loving that, and then the ornaments, which is what we're going to use. I think we're going to do the red ornaments on a white background. And just because, you know, I love nothing more than a cut up, our sentiment is going to be a fun new hand lettered holiday greetings cut up because these are so stinking cute. I kind of like the naughty or nice for these like silly little elves. Um, but like all of them, they're all adorable. Warm winter wishes, believe in the magic of Christmas, merry and bright. I don't know, merry and bright could be fun too. I really like that font. They're all beautiful. Um, be jolly, that's cute. I'm trying to think of what would look cute with these elves. Look at that one shaped like a tree. So cute. Merry Christmas. All is bright. It's the holiday season. Joy to the world. I love these ones with like the wreaths around them. Let's see. I'm torn between those three. So let's leave those out for now. Natasha, I have no idea about other languages. It's something I can definitely pass on to Michelle. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We can request it. We can always request. And then I'm going to be partnering all of this up with a piece of stop sign cardstock for our little back frame. Darcel, their sneak peek, they'll be available tomorrow morning for the release. The new release comes out tomorrow. So those will be available then. Normally I do my foiling first, but I want to foil my sentiment and my background at the same time. And I don't know what sentiment I want because I don't know what layout I want. So let's take out some stamps and let's play around with the layout first. Let me grab a piece of cardstock just as like a testing scratch piece. They're so sick. I can wait one day. Just one. All right, so 4, 5, sorry, 5 1/4. Not sick. Maybe like allergies. That's the size I'm going to be trimming. Oh, let's just trim our red. That's the size I'm going to be trimming my paper down to. My foil will go down to when we get to it. So we'll have that little thin red border, but this will be foilable. And let's see which little layout we like. Oh, Natasha from Quebec. That makes sense. I love that Brendan called me out for making Christmas cards and everybody's clapping right back to you um, in the comments that I don't have a choice. Um, and thank you, Melissa. Yes, because I have to make Christmas, I'm stating my Halloween love with my fun nails. Um, think, yeah. Darcel said she needs some Spanish sentiments. All right, I'll put in a word. I don't know how much clue I have, but we can certainly make sure that Michelle knows there is a need. I just love how these little elves look like they're like dancing. And I don't know if it's like one on each side is cute. In my head, it was kind of like three of them. Like maybe that guy, and then this one's kind of putting his hands that way. And this one's got his hands the other way. That's kind of cute, right? With like a fun foiled background, and we'll pop them all up. I think I like that. And I'm sure we'll be coming back to them again. So we have plenty of time to do like a little scene with them another time. All right, do we like the Merry and Bright or the We Wish You? I kind of like the We Wish You with the three of them because like they're the we. Is that cute? I like those two better than the Naughty or Nice because to me the elves now just look too cute. They're not naughty. What do you guys think? What do I do with the colors? I don't even know. Hey, Kay. Mm. I don't know. I think for fit, we're gonna go with We Wish You a Merry Christmas because then we'll get to see more of our elf. Executive decision. And you know what? These are pretty simple, so let's color them with Olos and we'll just use this paper. I kind of like that idea of them standing on the presents. I can get down with that. I can get down with that. I just have to do two of them. Okay. All right. I have too much stuff scattered all over. Let me grab my Asphalt Ink and we are stamping onto Pink and Main Ice Rink cardstock because I'm going to be coloring with my Olos and I prefer a heavyweight cardstock for those. Stamped kind of like bumpy. I thought I had everything kind of settled for my re-inking, but maybe it's better just a little dark. Ink on. All of my microfibers are in the wash. And there. You go there. I need to be stamped again. right? I think they're so adorable. I agree. So stinking cute. That's what I'm saying. If I have to create Christmas, this is like a dream release to have because at least everything is so cute that I'm like, happy to be using them. You're watching me and library volunteer. How can you even possibly have time to volunteer anywhere? I know what your schedule looks like. When are you volunteering? 1 in the morning? I mean, kudos to you for volunteering. I'm sure that it's like college application beneficial, but all right, let's color up some of these little elves. Keeping in mind that we're doing everything else red, I think I want to keep them like red and white, like um, candy cane stripe. Natasha, yes, the release is tomorrow. Usually everything is up by 9 a.m. on launch day. I guess I should do my red last, just like I do normally, huh? That's a good skin tone. Let me grab my hex chart because I'm still learning. Maybe the O's, 7.3 and 7.1. And then a little two. Oh, pink for their cheeks. All right, let's start with their little faces. We're going to start in with an O 7.3. Kind of putting that initial shadow down low or down under there. Why is it so dark? On the outside of the face and over the little bridge of their nose. And a little dot at the base of the ear. I'm coloring them all with the same skin tone just to keep it simple. You could switch it up. Color your elves however you want. Pop it over to 7.1. Darcel, it sounds like you have a very busy schedule. Okay, and I'm just going to shade in their little faces the rest of the way with this 7.1. Making sure to overlap that 7.3 so that we get that ink moving a little bit. Okay, then we'll come back in with our OR 4.1. Give them, it's not giving enough. It's not enough of a pink. OR, OR. It's a little better. R 0.2. That'll work. Just want like a little blushy dot. Oh, you get to do it during the school day. Good. Oh, Melissa. Yeah. Trying to keep it simple. Definitely not my strong suit. I can't give you any advice on that, unfortunately. All right. I am going to pull a little bit of some O 4.6 through the little tiny bit of hair we see on all of them. And then a little 4.3. So they'll have like, I don't know, light brown, super dark blonde hair. And then we're going to use a trick that we used when we were doing candy canes a little while ago. We're going to do all of our shading for everything at the same time with some grays, and then we'll come back in and add our red after. I think. No, we're not. I just made that up. That's not true. We're going to just go in and shade our white for now. So he's going to have a little red overalls. Okay, and they're going to be like Santa hats. So the bottom will be white and the main hat part will be red. The little pom-pom, I'm just going to pull some lines in towards the center. Those are going to be white. So this little undershirt is white. This one can have white pants. Why not? They don't know what Labor Day is. They don't live in the US. He can have a white shirt. And then he's got stripy pants. For this one, we'll just pull that color down, like I said before. That was W3. Then I'm going to jump to WG1. Pull that color out a little bit. This would be a perfect time for the neutral gray that's coming from Olo, because these are a little warmer than I would ideally like, but the cools in this light of a shade would look purple. Right, and then our red. So I'm going to come in with R 1.7, and I'm just going to pick a side to be the shadow darker side. You know what, these don't need to be. So one side's going to get a full heavy shadow, and the other side's going to just get a little sliver with that gap. So for that's, I just picked one because he's the center. For this guy, because he's facing towards the left, his shadow is going to go on the right. Okay, and for this one, because he's facing the opposite way, he's facing towards the right. So his shadow is going to go on the left. And we'll come in with R 1.5. We can make sure we overlap those colors so we get a nice blend. I should have pre-grabbed my lightest red. I was not thinking about that. Mm, it's a little orangey. And I don't like how that's blending, so I'm going to come back in with my 1.5 and then back in with my 0.4, and that's going to get us that seamless blend across. So don't feel like if you make one pass over your colors and things aren't doing what you want, don't feel like you're stuck. Just colored myself good with that. When you see this, it's marker. Don't don't panic. I am fine. Go. Last hat. And then we're gonna do the rest of the clothes too. Yeah, the color for these is so vibrant. Um, oh yeah, the Halloween stickers, they're adorable. They're absolutely adorable. I love them. He did a great job. He sent them for me and my girls. And they love them too. Brennan is the best. So his little outfit, he kind of looks like a clown, but whatever. And then just his shirt. Oh, and I guess his socks. They can all just have little red socks. Little things like limiting your color options when you are coloring can help a more like complicated card go a little quicker because you're not having to think about every color, you're not having to swap between them as often. So I know I said simple cards are not my strong suit, and I stand by that. But there are little tricky things that you can do um, to try to make the process at least more simple. So something like this is the coloring is gonna come together really quickly, even though we have 5 images. Oh my God, they're so cute. All right, let's get these presents wrapped up as well. Some shading on the sides that are kind of tucked behind the lids, and then especially under the bows. I'm just coloring these all the same, and the bows will leave white. I think these are going to be cute, these little like steps. Once we get these colored, I will grab another sneak peek for you guys. Um, there's one stamp set that I missed from the other day that I think I should have double checked. I'm pretty sure that it was in the subscription, the Crafty Courtyard kit, that I definitely missed when we made the truck. So I'll definitely show you guys that too. It's a stamp set for the license plate. So I'm just dotting some W warm gray 3 there. Put one on each diagonal. Darcel said, don't mix up the caps. I think I had it good. I think I kept it under control. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Here we go. All right. Let me show you. Okay, we saw these guys already. Let me put those over to the side. And then this is the license sayings. This stamp set, all of these fit inside the license plate. I knew when we were making it, I was like, something has to be able to go there. So we stamped a cup, but there is in fact a stamp set for that license plate. So very cute. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. If it, I don't know, I'm assuming it was in the Crafty Courtyard kit, but either way, if you need it, if you're going to get the truck tomorrow, I know it was on a lot of people's list. I wanted you to see that there was a license plate stamp situation. Right, the reds are so bold. They're so bright. I love them. Most definitely. It's not. Oh yeah, look there. I knew it was one of them. This one. And this guy. No. It did come in the kit. Okay, good, Karen. Thank you. But then, like I said, if you didn't get the kit and you still want the truck, something for sure to consider, because you could still add a sentiment to the back of the truck like we did. You don't have to use the license plate. You could put it up here, but if you don't want to have to worry about that, you can just use the license plate, which is nice. Having it would definitely give you some good options. I was excited when I realized that it was there and I had just missed it. Oh, thank you, E. That's so kind. Just a girl out here who likes to color. Very excited that I found card making and this style of coloring. What are you doing, little one? Run this through my die cut machine. You need your bed? Are you freaking out? Let me go get her bed. She was on the couch when I started, so I didn't think she was gonna need it. There you go. Sorry, that was my dog, in case my baby dog voice didn't give that away. Their it usually has to do with the detail level of the stamps. I try to use both because I have them and because Pink and Main has Olos available in the store. Um, so, I like to promote the things that Michelle can provide. But the main deciding factor for me, I like to try to alternate when I can in general because I know that some people only have Copics and they're not going to get the Olos, or some people are starting by building up their Olos. I like to give the option, and I think there's some people that have like a little bit of both, so that's nice. But the main way that I decide which is which is on the detail level of the image. Because for now, I personally do not like the detail I can get from my Olos on very small elements. So, like these guys are so round and big that the Olos work great. But on some of the more detailed, intricate stamps, um, I'm personally just not comfortable with being able to get a nice blend, like a nice 3-color blend um, in there. Or I'm worried I'd be uh, like going out of the lines, basically, for tiny features. Okay, I want to come in with a white gel pen and whiten up these little buttons that I colored in, which was 100% my fault. Like I just wasn't paying attention. Let's give them some little shine marks. They wouldn't really be shiny. It's more about cutesing it up, I think, for me. I'm going to give them 3 little freckles, kind of in like a triangle shape, um, where their blush is. And we can give some fun pattern to our wrapping paper if we want. We'll go. Oh, that's weird, Denise. I don't think I've ever seen that. I want an ID. So just some lines, some zigzags. And one of these we'll just do some cute dots. And this one maybe we'll do long strips. And then this guy needs his little freckles. Here we go. Oh, and their eye highlights. These two that have their eyes open. Well, 1.5 eyes open. Yeah, this is a really good one, Denise. I like this one a lot. Hey, Eileen, checking in from Detroit. Judy, the little freckles I'm putting are like the white ones in there. There you go. In their little cheeks. It's just literally the way I do them is just a little upside down triangle with the white gel pen. There you go. Now you can see them good. So super simple, but I do agree. I think it makes it extra, extra cutesy. All right, let's set them to the side and foil. And while we get our foil ready, I can show you more sneak foilable sneak peeks. All right, so we're using, like I said, the simple holidays, and then we're using the hand lettered holiday cut-ups. Let's go ahead and trim this down. We're going to go wasn't thinking about that when I laid these out. Well, my card is going to be, um, actually, let's save a little white border too. Our card is going to be horizontal, so I'm cutting this weird. Something to consider if you do this same card. I have this cut to 3 3/4 by 5. And that's fine. I can probably use that, both of those pieces. That's enough stuff there. Using. Yeah, they do look like lollipops, Natasha. You're so right. That's fun. You could totally make them lollipops if you wanted them to be lollipops. I love that. That's adorable. Okay, and then here's 2 more foilables before we start. This is the mini trees. How cute are they? I almost used this one. Look at this tiny little scale. I love these. These are so cute, and they don't have to be Christmas. You could totally put our cute new little bear images that we got the last couple months on top of these and just have like a cute outdoorsy, like wilderness themed card. I love that. And then this is called Home for the Holidays foilable panels. This has little nutcracker, Christmas tree, candle, stocking, bell, wreath, candy canes, in the positive and the reverse. That's the scale. Very cute. So there's 2 more. Little foilables. Let me get my, why did I do that? I need to trim down a piece of foil first. And one more for our cut up. Go. Make sure this all gets back in the tube. Now I did my nails last night, and as we know, that means for me that I did dip powder, and so there's usually very fine powder all over my desk the next day. So I did go in this afternoon and I took water and sprayed everything. I took my glass mat off. I wiped down my whole desk and then I wiped down my whole glass mat. But I'm still going to try to be extra aware um, about how I'm dusting all of this off because I know that I keep every week setting myself up for foiling catastrophe. And I just, I do it to myself. I have no one else to blame. See, I did that and I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't foil the back of my, or didn't dust the back of my foil. All right, so pretty sides both facing down. They can be both facing up, both facing down. It doesn't matter as long as they're facing the same direction. The red foil is so pretty. Right, Darcel? I think it would be adorable for camping, like a wilderness camping themed card. Darcel, I think I've only run out of a couple, and I only get those little samples. Oh, you guys know the only full roll that I've like gone back to reorder is the bronze because that's my favorite foil of all the foils to ever foil. But the other ones, even my samples last forever. And I dusted off my sentiment and my cut up. And again, I'm going to face these down just so I can make sure that they're lined up properly. Nothing slips, nothing's not showing. And Natasha, if you liked the Nutcracker foilable that you just saw, I'm gonna guess that you're gonna love this one. This is literally called Nutcracker Foilable Panels. Oh, look at them. They're so fancy. They're just like super bold. They're so cute though. Super bold nutcrackers. And the negative and or the positive and the reverse. Love it. It's very fun, right? Because we know we have our Nutcracker stamps too. So now we have something for whatever kind of nutcracker you prefer. All right, let's peel and reveal. So pretty. And it just looks like so crisp and clean, but the red in person is super bright. And it just has that really fun, right? You can still see the texture to it. See, like if you look at this, like these guys in here, see those, all those little stripes, all those little lines. It's just like really cool movement across that foil. Love that. And we still have our reverse image, which we know we can use. We can put it on white, we can put it on another color and get our reverse image. And then with our little sentiment, perfect. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Well, wishing you a Merry Christmas. Adorable. And I love that these are already pre-cut out for us. So perfect. All right. I was envisioning adding a little white secondary frame to this. So I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to line this up with my part. This is actually my favorite way to add like a super thin frame, is to take whatever my panel is, line it up in two corners, however wide I want my frame to be. That's good. Then come in with a trimmer or a guillotine and just eyeball trim the rest to match. It's a little big, and if I go with my trimmer again, it'll get wonky. So I'm gonna swap over to this guy because then I can just do little hair trim. And now this whole panel is gonna go onto the red like that. But yeah, I just like this little hint of white around the sides. I don't know why. I just do. I think because then it will feel too, to me, like the ornaments aren't just like running directly into the red. That's where it lives. I'm gonna give this another little tiny trim when I add this to my card base, I will also just give it a little haircut. There we go. Darcel, which I love them both. I would say my wire trimmer is my most used. It needs a new blade, which I'm pretty sure that I even have some up here on these shelves. Yeah, look, I don't know if it's for that one though. I think these are for a different something. I think somewhere I think I have them though. They're very easy to change. You just have to get them. This little thing pops out. This little thing pops out like that, and then it has the little blade, and I think mine is just dull. So I need to run to Michael's and just snag a new one. But I do love the wire trimmer. I love that the wire lets you see, that wire right there lets you see exactly where you're cutting. I do love that. My guillotine trimmer is a love-hate relationship. Um, I've been through quite a few, multiple different brands. I've never been able to find one that I actually liked, but this one does the job. Whatever. Um, let's see, what is the name of the red cardstock I'm using is Stop Sign from Pink and Main. I'm so sorry. No, I forgot to put that in the description. But yeah, that's Stop Sign. It's like the perfect bright Christmassy red too. So I think this is kind of what Melissa and I were envisioning. It's definitely what I was envisioning. Melissa, you can tell me if I'm off, but I was kind of picturing like that, right? With them on either side of the stack, and then kind of like that, right? We wish you a Merry Christmas. Come on, that is so cute. If you can't tell, I very much like this one. I like how this is turning. Oh, a swing line. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this has like a zillion little lines. And it is very convenient. I'm sure most of them have this, but it's very convenient that it continues on this side because sometimes it is easier for me to put something in and just trim off like a little hair from there. But yeah, this is exactly everything I hoped it would be. So my elves are going to get popped up. My presents, I think I'm going to add flat though. And they're going right into the corner. Another reason why I think that little white frame is a cute touch. This one doesn't quite fit the same because the way that they're stacked, right? It's not like mirrored, but that's fine. We'll get it flat across the bottom here and then just make sure that the side lines up with that little lid. Okay. Let's get these guys popped up with some foam. And then I have 3 sneak peeks to show you when we wrap up. I have 2 more foilable things and foil related things and 1 die set. Still to go. While I'm finishing this up, please remember that tomorrow at noon there will be an Instagram hop, as there is with every release. So you can hop along for a chance to win a Pink and Main store gift card. Um, so you can be sure to check that out um, and hop along with us. Oh, I love that you guys are loving this. I feel like I'm usually pretty good about like being upfront, but I don't love every card I make. I don't love every card we make here live. Sometimes for me, good enough is good enough. This one I'm a very happy with. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Thanks, Wilma. Yes, sorry, Darcel, noon Eastern. Yep, good question. Yeah, Pink and Main is in Florida, so all of the releases are on Eastern time. There we go. So stinking cute. Thank you, Melissa, for, yeah, loving it with the gifts at the bottom. Perfect little stair steps. Thank you so much, ma'am. And yeah, I just think this one is adorable. And look, now I'm for sure, I have 2 Christmas cards ready to go after this week. Let me grab Tuesdays in case you missed it. This was the um, winter postage stamp set. I'm trying to show it like that because there's glitter on it. Doesn't want to pick up well. So this was our fun card we made on Tuesday, our fun card from tonight. We also have the fun crafty courtyard kit. We'll stuff from it anyway, our little pumpkin dies, our truck die, all fun new things that will be available tomorrow. And then let me show you, we have one more of the foilable panels. This is called Petite Holly. Okay, and it is a much smaller kind of, it's not ditzy, it's not that small, but a smaller little holly pattern in the positive and the reverse. We also have Christmas Colors toner sheets, which is amazing. And if you haven't used a toner sheet before, the whole sheet is printed toner ink. And that on our foilable panels is what's black that's the inks or the foil sticks to. So any foil that you put on these toner sheets, everything's going to stick. And so you might be like, well, why the heck would I use that then? This is your best way to use your leftover pieces. So we could foil this right on top, and everything that's teal will stay teal, and everything that's red will stay red. And when we peel this off, this will be a piece of clear plastic. So we have this beautiful tealy blue, this really pretty kind of reddy pink, a beautiful yellow. Like it's a little more gold than it looks on my screen. Beautiful yellow. A very Christmassy popping green. And that with the red, you can see giving very Grinch, but I also love it. We have a traditional kind of Christmassy red, this super dark green, which is gorgeous, a really fun kind of royal winter blue, and then our really bold limey green. So really fun Christmas color toner sheets. And like I said, these are where you would bring in reverse image foil. Like I have this one that's been living in my bin here, the coffee that we used from forever ago. But like that's how you would use it, right? And then everything that's green stays green and everything that's red stays red. And then when you peel it off, you've used up all your extra foil. So love the toner sheets. We're gonna have to do a fun like toner sheet reverse image project in the next couple weeks too, because it's been a minute since we practiced with those, and I want to make sure that everybody understands how to use them and we can experiment with some cool things. And then hold on, there's one more. Okay, there's this last die set. And if this was in the Crafty Courtyard, I apologize. I don't think it was. This is another addition to our sentiment strip collection. And that's the ones where it has like the banner and then the words go layered on top because it cuts the word from the banner. So these are the Christmas sentiment strips. And so that's how they look. So you get Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Warm Wishes, Sending Joy, and Noel. And the way they work is you cut whatever color you want your letters to be from the solid banner. Then you cut whatever you want the banner part to be, right? Like for this one, you would cut the full banner from red. And then the top layer with the letters cut out of it is your green. So it's way easier than having to piece individual letters. You're basically spelling them out through the reverse. So absolutely love it. So cute. Perfect addition to our collection. Now we have a ton of those sentiment banners. So that is so much newness. Also, there are new planning products. If you are a Pink and Man planner girly, you'll be thrilled to know there are more planner products coming. I don't have them in my possession to show you, but be on the lookout tomorrow with a hop or checking out the release tomorrow when it launches because they're adorable. Everything is so cute. You're gonna love it. Let's see. Wilma said, if die cutting a foil toner sheet before or after foiling. I think I don't think there is a fully right or wrong, Wilma, but I would die cut after and like wrap it in a piece of printer paper or put like a scrap of cardstock on top to make sure that nothing gets like scratched. Yeah, I think I would die cut after I foiled to just keep it clean, like as clean as I could. But I don't know that there's like a one right answer for that. Darcel says we need gold. I think gold toner sheets. Um, when will the toner foil be ready to buy? Everything I showed you tonight and on Tuesday will be available tomorrow morning, usually by 9 a.m. And if there's anything here that you love, you will be able to grab that as of tomorrow morning. So yeah, that is it for us for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm so thrilled with how our card turned out. And I will see you tomorrow at noon hopping along over on Instagram. Feel free to DM me or drop me a comment over there letting me know what your favorite thing is or what you ended up picking up. And yeah, otherwise, I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. I will be back here with you guys on Tuesday next week. As of now, I have no plan. So if there's something new that we've used or that we haven't used and you want to see, feel free to make your requests in the comments. If you're watching this as a replay, also feel free to leave me comments and requests, and we will pick out something fun to do on Tuesday. So yeah, otherwise, I hope that you guys, like I said, have a great weekend. I will see you back here soon. And until next time, happy crafting. Have a good night, guys.